when we set up, we talked about balance points. You've done a good job with that. You're getting the pressure more in the balls of your feet. That's where we want you. So get into a golf stance now without a club, okay? Now, so you can't cheat on the balance. Put your arms across your chest. Perfect. Now, no cheating. Round out that upper spine a little bit more. Okay. Now, show me what you think your backswing turn is supposed to look like. Okay. See how everything's really level here? Okay? And your pelvis has gone really level? We want to create some inclination. It's going to start with your knees, okay? So look at my lead knee, my left knee, when I go back. See how it works in and down a little bit? There you go, okay? Now that's going to want to promote tilt in the rest of your body. So start back at address, tilt down a little bit more. There you go. Good. Now turn back for me. See how I'm putting that pressure to keep that down so you don't stand up? Look back at that golf ball for me. There you go. So that's a pretty good position that you're in right now. Where do you feel the pressure has moved to in your right foot?
The outside.
It's gone to the outside? Okay, we want to feel like we're pushing down in the inside part of that foot when you turn back. So let's load up again. Get in that stance, tilt down a little bit more. 3, 2, 1, let's turn back. Do you feel it in the inside part now?
I'm like still wanting
to
move it.
So an exaggerated feel for you when you're going back. We could feel like we're pushing up or out from any part of our foot, right? If we're keeping everything with our chest and our pelvis inside that foot, when we go back, we could feel like we're pushing down in the ground. I want you to try that feel. Okay. When I turn you back, 3, 2, 1, go. You got that there? Okay, so now pressure's loaded. Better. Now I'm gonna move this knee in a little bit more. Oh, turn it in. There you go. Beautiful. Okay, keep your eye down towards the golf ball. Now, I want you, in a second, to turn all the way through onto your front side. But I'm gonna get down here. Put your right hand out. Put your arm up top, like turn it back, like you would at the top of your backswing. Good. Okay. Come down and give me a high five. So you feel how you're turning your body there? Okay. Now, I'm gonna do that again. You're gonna load up, but I'm gonna put my hand even lower. Okay? We're gonna start tilting right. So turn back. Good. Come down here and give me the high five. Good. You see how your right shoulder started going down to the golf ball? That's exactly what I want. I'm getting you through each one of these pieces. But when you finish, I want you to now feel like you're going to just finish with all your pressure on your lead side. So let's do it again. Turn back. Come down and give me the high five. Good. Stay there. No, hold your finish. Do it again. Do it again. You're good. Stay there. See how I brought that foot up? Let's turn it around. Perfect. That's the position I want you to feel like you're going to finish in every single time. That's excellent. I talk a lot about steep and shallow. There are good players who have a more vertical downswing, and there are good players who shallow it, and there's bad players who have a steep downswing and bad players who shallow it, right? So I'm not going to, in a golf school, completely change your whole pattern, but I'm going to help you get a more efficient move through impact. I'm going to work on some things with your body. I noticed with you, there's a little bit of early extension and there's a lot of loft that you add through impact. So you're getting in here, you know, you're moving up from it and then you're working through, okay? Now, you get that club in a good position. So there's no reason to really stand up. You just jam your body up in your downswing by starting out with everything moving too close to you, okay? So I'm gonna try and create more space with your pattern, all right? When you go back to the top of your backswing, I don't mind your structure, it's fine, okay? When you start coming down though, you have got everything here pretty far up and down. There's not a lot of backwards movement with your pelvis. So I want you to feel from the belt on up, everything's gonna stay the same, but I want your right hip to feel like it's gonna turn farther back in your backswing. And then when you start down, I want you to feel it as if we had a wall right behind us up against our butt, right? We wanna feel as though we are going to push in through that wall, keep coming down, and then launch the lead side up and around and get the lead hip back into that wall. But we're staying connected to the wall the whole time. Does that make sense? So come on up here, grab this club. give me a good backswing turn. So I'm gonna grab you here. I'm gonna put you in the wall.
You want me to use the club? Okay.
Yeah, turn back for me. 2, 1, go. See how I got you into that wall now?
Yeah.
So you'd be a little bit farther up here. That's fine. Now, slowly start coming down to that golf ball. See how I keep your backside up against that wall in transition? Now, the shaft side, we get a lot of lag there. I want you to feel that from there, everything's gonna start working more up and around. So you see how much more that right shoulder is down to the golf ball and your lead shoulder is moved up? That's the feel I want you to have. Yep. There you go. And then release through. Now, if you really notice there, this is way up against the wall behind you, right? It hasn't moved underneath you, hasn't moved towards the golf ball. There's a lot of space for your hands to work through impact there. Good. Beautiful. Now release through. Good. Don't be married with keeping your eye on the golf ball. Let your head go to where the target is, okay? One more time. Good. Good. So the first thing I really noticed with you is you have a lot of setup issues, right? Your alignment, that first video we took of you in slow motion, you were aimed over in the trees over there and we had you aimed over at the black flag. So let's start by getting our body aligned. Now, I think that compensation that you have has to do with your movement, right? The way you actually swing a club. So your body's trying to realign. So come on in here, set up with your feet at that stick for me, okay? Now, that's what it feels like to be lined up over the black flag. Way different than what you're used to, right?
Yeah.
So I noticed when you looked out there that you looked way over your shoulder to see your target, okay? That's not what we're looking for. We want you to be in a position where I can just peek here. If I have to tilt and look over everything, I'm not in a good spot, all right? So just remember this visual. Go ahead and set up for me. Now, when you turn back, you don't get a lot of what we call depth, which hand depth is how the hands are moving in relationship to the body. I measure it off the back heel here, okay? So just take your backswing and stop, okay? Now, that's more turn than you actually usually get, so I'm okay with that right now. You're using your body, but your hands aren't getting very far behind you, okay? And then in your swing, you start taking the club too far outside, and you try and open that face to get it to come back to the target, okay? I need to get your hands deeper so that the club head can come down on a better plane. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So what we're gonna feel, okay? Start back for me. I want you to feel that this arm is gonna stay in tighter to your chest. Keep going. There you go, good. So you have a fairly short backswing, so that's gonna be fine for you. But just feel everything stays in tight and your hands get more behind you, okay? If we start doing that, go back there, okay? The club head is gonna be able to work more from the inside on the golf ball and work around. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
You hear about a more neutral path, everything like that in golf videos all the time. I mean, you're a mid-80s player. It's gonna be a lot more efficient and functional for you if you can get that club traveling on a more neutral path. So set up.
Hey guys, if you like this video, please like and comment. I come out with new content every Saturday, Sunday, Tuesday, and Thursday. Thanks a lot, you guys.